Is now in session, and this is 36th District Court, our specialty court docket on this morning. Let's start with appearances. Mr. Reed.
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Judge. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, I'd like to make a motion, if I may, continuing motion that my appearance be for all of my clients, participants this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Good morning to you, and your motion is granted. Let's now start with the specialty court team. Mr. Morgan?
Ma'am, sorry, I was muted. Good morning, Judge. It's Majay Morgan on behalf of the Specialty Court Program. Let me try to fix my camera, Judge.
No problem. All right. Good morning, Mr. Morgan. And then Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of Sobriety Court.
Thank you, and good morning, Mr. Griffin and Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey, Sobriety Court Case Manager, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. I am ready to proceed. Who are we starting with on today?
Your Honor, Mr. Ernest Wilson.
Wonderful. Good morning, Mr. Wilson. I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. Please state your name for me.
My name is Ernest Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson, you have appeared in our virtual courtroom on this morning, and it is streamed live on YouTube. Do you agree to have your hearing this morning in our virtual courtroom by way of Zoom?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Griffin, I am ready.
Okay, Your Honor, this is case number 19-36817. This is a transfer case from 33rd District Court, Ferndale. Judge Joseph Longo.
Thank you. Wonderful. Okay.
Okay, Your Honor, this is Ernest Wilson, age 63. He reports he's the father of 5 adult children. He's divorced. He just recently retired from Detroit Police Department as a Master Sergeant on December the 7th of this year. He served 34 years as a police officer.
Thank you for your service, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.
All right.
Your Honor, he's before you on the charge of OWI. This is his second drunk driving case. His license is currently suspended. He reports that his overall mental and physical of his health, he's currently not taking any narcotic drugs. He's a high school graduate with some college. We did run a background check. He does not have any pending charges here at 36th District Court. His drug of choice is alcohol. He said he began using alcohol at the age of 24. He stated that he last used at the time of the accident, which was in December of 2019. On that, Your Honor, he has been tested since he's been with the Ferndale Court, and all of his test results has been negative.
Sure.
I have been in contact with Mr. Wilson over a period of time. We were just waiting to receive the proper paperwork, the transfer paperwork. So we finally got the transfer paperwork, but we're still waiting on them to send us PSI and any other paperwork that they have. So we have requested that. I did send him out a link today to complete our needs assessment. So he'll get that completed sometime this afternoon. But other than that, from the conversation I had with Mr. Wilson, he appears to want to complete the program. He was successfully completed his last probation without any problem. So today I'm recommending him as a candidate for to come to our drug court program.
All right. And so, Mr. Griffin, has any assessment been done to assess his risk and need? I know you said that he has to do his assessment plus, I'm sorry, his needs plus. Go ahead.
No, Your Honor, we was waiting to receive that any paperwork from the other court. We requested it. So Mr. Morgan had me send him our, so I sent all of the new participants our need plus.
All right. So I need to get that as soon as you all can get whatever assessments they did to assess his needs, because we want to make sure we have him in the right program, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and we're waiting on that from Ferndale.
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Reed, you had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Wilson.
Yes, Judge, thank you very
All
much.
right.
I did talk to Mr. Wilson. He was cooperative, respectful. He wants to do the program. We talked about drug treatment court. We talked about goals and purposes. We talked about drug testing, a minimum of 2 times a week, counseling, NAA meetings. We talked about levels 1, 2, and 3. We also talked about the court's ability to amend the contract, to change, to delete requirements. He understands that. We talked about the benefits of the program. The case can be closed with improvement. He could be eligible for a restricted license. We also talked about sanctions. We talked about the possibility of incarceration and other sanctions. Judge, he wants to participate. I recommend him for the program. Both of my clients that I talked to this morning indicated that they have private insurance. And so I told them that they should probably talk to Mr. Griffin about that because treatment is required and they would probably have to go through their private insurance agencies. Um, Judge, recommend Mr. Wilson for participation in the program. He is eligible to participate. Thank you. I hope you heard everything.
I did. And Mr. Reed, he's eligible to participate pursuant to Michigan law.
Yes, he is, Judge. I got that in before they hacked me out. He is eligible to participate in pursuant to Michigan law. I never know when they're going to get me, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Very good. All right, Mr. Wilson. I'm glad you're here with us. Good morning to you again.
Good morning to you again.
All right. And so you want to do drug treatment court? You want to participate in our specialty court?
Yes, I do.
All right. Tell me why.
The reason is why, first of all, I guess the embarrassment that I pretty much brought on myself and my family for the situation that I went to. I basically want to improve the quality of my retirement and the things I plan to do in making sure I educate other officers and other students regarding the safety with police work and with children going on into the city of Detroit and in any other city at that. Basically to improve my quality and to get rid of my evil background of drinking on different type of situations and to improve the quality of my life and my grandchildren's life and my participation with them.
Wonderful. And so, Mr. Wilson, do you acknowledge that you have an issue with alcohol?
Yes.
Thank you. That's the first step. Then you're already on the right track. You understand that there's an issue with it and you're willing to get the help. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Very good. Who do you have supporting you, Mr. Wilson? Who's going to be your cheerleader when you're not in court with us?
My daughter, Ashley, first of all, who I'm currently residing with, my other children, and then some members from Detroit Police Department that are very close with me, that are still on the job, and actually were students of mine when I did teach at the academy, and some of them are of rank now. They're pushing me to make sure I conquer this evil spirit.
All right. Very good. That's very important to me because we're all on your team. Everybody in drug treatment court, and this is for you as well, Ms. Griffin Orlando, is that we have a wonderful team here. We all work together. We have, and you see a number of our members that are on this morning. Of course, we're in some unusual times, but we have a team that still works and work every day and work hard to make sure that the people who we have been entrusted to serve, that we serve them well. And so we do need your help. We can't do it without you. Drug treatment court can be taxing. It does have a number of requirements, but understand that the program is designed for you to win, to be successful. And when I say be successful, it's not just about completing probation. It's about you're going to be able to make some good life choices. You're going to make some good life changes. You will have the opportunity to address whatever may have led you to the place where you're now with me. You're drinking, driving, whatever it is, that now you're here in a court of law. And that's very important because we don't want you to just be sober. We want you to be on a path of recovery so that you do it for a lifetime, even when this probation is over. And so, Mr. Wilson, do I have your commitment to work the program?
100%.
Wonderful. You said a wonderful word that I love to hear, and I want to hear some more about it. You said grandchildren. I'm a grandmother too, and I know just even the word grandchildren makes me smile. And so tell me, how many grandchildren do you have?
I have 3 grandchildren, all boys.
3 boys?
Yep.
No
Ages
girls?
9, 5, and 1.
9, 5, and 1. All right, very good. And you know that you are teaching. You've already been a teacher and instructor. You are teaching and they are watching even when you're not intending to teach, right?
That's correct.
And you also know that they are far smarter than what we give them credit for, right?
100, more than 100%.
There you go. I have 3 as well, 9, 6, and 3. And they are geniuses in my book. So they see stuff and they can read my facial expressions, my body language, and all of those things. And so we want to make sure that we're teaching some good lessons for them, right? That's important to you.
That's real important.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. All right. And so Mr. Griffin has indicated that you have private insurance. You understand that treatment is critical and essential for this program. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. So today I need you to hit the ground running. It's the holidays. This is for you as well, Ms. Griffin Orlando. It's the holidays. I know that everybody's celebrating and doing all types of things. But understand, in this program, we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to have any alcohol, even though it's legal. Not allowed to have any marijuana, even though it's legal. No narcotic drugs, even though they may be legal. Um, if they're prescribed by a doctor. You have to let your doctor know that, look, I'm in a treatment program. There are non-narcotic pain relievers or non-narcotic medications should you need them. And you have to explain that to your doctor so that at all times you can be in compliance with the program. While you're with me, you're responsible for everything that shows up in your screening and your testing and your urinalysis. And testing is critical. You'll be required to test a minimum of 2 times per week, and you have to test. So I know it's the holidays, but we have facilities that are open. You have to test. A missed test is a positive test for this court. Also, a diluted test is a positive test for this court. And so we want to make sure that we're testing. If I don't know what you're doing outside of court, I'm really not helping you. And I'm here to help. The team, we're all here to help. And so we want to make sure that you're tested. And so those are the things that you're going to start off doing, the testing and the outpatient treatment, if that's the recommendation, Mr. Griffin, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. You're going to start those things right away, as well as the meetings. Mr. Griffin, do you think Mr. Wilson is ready to start his meetings right away?
Yes, Your Honor. He has already been testing for a period of time. So, like I said, we have been having contacts. It was just his court being slow. He had called me on several occasions and anxious to get started with the program. So I think he's in a good place to start the meetings.
All right, very good. So he'll start your meetings. And so I don't want either of you to get overwhelmed with the contract that you've seen and that you've gone over with your attorney, because you're going to have a case manager assigned to you to help you get through every step of it. No question is a bad question in problem solving court. If you don't understand something, by all means, ask. That's what we're here to do, to make sure that you succeed and that you're on the right track. And so, Mr. Wilson, with that, you acknowledge you've had an opportunity to speak with your attorney?
Yes, I do.
Wonderful. And your attorney answered your questions about that contract that's going to become my order?
Yes, he has.
Wonderful. And did he also explain to you that I have the ability to amend that order at any time and you'll be given notice of it?
Yes, he did.
All right, very good that he talked to you about the benefits and the consequences of failing to comply with the court's orders as well as failing to complete your drug treatment court contract.
Yes, we went over all of it, and I understand it, and he delivered it very well.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Very, very good. I have one last question for you, Mr. Griffin. Mr. Griffin, did you take the time to determine whether or not Mr. Wilson is, or if he's ever been a violent offender, or if he is a substantial risk to the public?
Your Honor, I did through the background checks, and he's not a violent offender or a threat to the community.
All right, wonderful. Then with that, Mr. Wilson, I am accepting you into our specialty court program. I'm glad you're here. I look forward to working with you. This is not like for both of you, it's not like your ordinary probation. You're gonna have a lot of contact with the court, a lot of contact with your case managers. And that's because we wanna make sure that what we're doing it well, and we're doing it right. And we wanna make sure that we're equipping you for changes for life. And so I'm excited that you're here. Mr. Griffin, have you scheduled Mr. Wilson for his next contact?
Not yet, Your Honor, but after I get off this, I'll make sure, I'll probably be having contact, I'm gonna have contact with my whole case before Christmas.
Right, I just need to set a date so that nothing gets.
Oh, yeah, I would like to set a December date, but I will have contact before the December date,
Right.
Your Honor.
So what we'll do is you will circle back to Mr. Wilson with your contact date. But Ms. Drew, I'd like to give him a return to court date for January. Can we do that?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Mr. Griffin, did you have a date in mind for January? Or Ms. Drew, what's looking good for me?
What about, if you want to take the 7th?
4th and 5th is I think we kind of booked up on the 4th and 5th.
Yeah, so what
about Thursday, 7th?
the 7th, the 7th.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he'll have a face-to-face with you in December, Mr. Griffin, and then he'll have a return to court date of, you said January 7th, 2021, and that would be at 9:00 a.m. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. So Mr. Wilson, did you get that information? Mr. Griffin will circle back with you on it, okay?
That's January 7th?
That's your next court date at 9:00, where you will Zoom in. We will still be in our virtual courtroom. So you'll Zoom in, and then Mr. Griffin will still be meeting with you prior to that date, okay?
Okay,
All right, wonderful. So nice to meet you, and I look forward to working with you.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
I am ready on Miss Griffin Orlando. And I need a first name, Miss Griffin Orlando. Could you unmute yourself and tell me your name?
Yes, Teresa Griffin Orlando,
Can you spell your Teresa for me?
Teresa.
Wonderful, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
You are also in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom this morning?
Yes,
Wonderful. All right, who's presenting? Miss Griffin Orlando?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Griffin, if you could do the case numbers for me.
Okay, Your Honor, this is case 2007081SD.
1S, D as in dog.
Got assets and sound and D as in dog.
All right, wonderful. And what's the charge?
The charge is OWI second, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, wonderful. You may proceed, Mr. Griffin.
Okay, Your Honor, this is Teresa Griffin Orlando. She's a transfer case on the 8th District Court in Kalamazoo. The judge is Judge Ann E. Blackford, BLATCHFORD. Ms. Griffin Orlando is 58 years old. She currently resides in Canton, Michigan. She's the mother of 3 adult children. She's single. She's currently employed as the director of Little Light Foundation Learning Center. She does have a bachelor's degree, and she says she does have some master credits. Her license currently is valid, but due to her conviction, just was recently December of this year, that she was notified that her license will be suspended. So she's just waiting for the suspension to come in the mail.
Okay, so no driving, okay.
Yeah.
Turner,
Yes,
I apologize. Before Mr. Griffin goes on, can I have the employment again? I didn't quite hear where she was employed.
okay, go right ahead.
Okay. Little Light, LITE Foundation Learning Center. She's a director.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Griffin?
So, I have had, conversation, Ms. Orlando, I did, explain to her, the program, she think, that, she knows, she can do it. So, my recommendation, is for her to be a candidate to come to our door court program.
All right, thank you, Mr. Griffin. Give me just 1 second, please.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Griffin, tell me about any assessments that have been completed as to Ms. Griffin Orlando.
Your Honor, kind of the same situation. We have, Mr. Morgan has requested, the, PSI and assessments from the court. They have not received it. I did send, Ms. Griffin Orlando, a link today to complete our needs plus. So, she will be completing that soon. Your Honor, I did leave out a couple of things. Her overall mental and physical health, reports is good. She's currently not taking, any medications or, anything like that. But, we did, request the information, so we just waiting on them, to send that. Their probation office has been like working 1 or 2 days, so their email's been kind of slow, so we just waiting for those reports to come in.
Okay. All right. And so I'm indicating that I need that, as soon as possible, so we can determine risk, so that her risk and need, so that we can determine that she's in the right program. All right, very
Yes.
good. All right, anything else, Mr. Griffin?
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
All right, thank you. Mr. Reed?
Yes, Judge, thank you. I did talk to Miss Griffin Orlando. We talked about drug treatment court goals and purposes. We talked about many of the requirements, drug testing a minimum of 2 times a week, random, level 1. We talked about treatment. We talked about 12-step meetings, NA meetings, SMART meetings. She was cooperative. She was respectful. That goes a long way with me. We also talked about the advantages of the program. We talked about the fact that the case cannot be dismissed. It can be closed with improvement, but she might be eligible for a restricted license. We also talked about sanctions. We talked about possible incarceration. Judge, she wants to participate. She is eligible to participate under Michigan law. She is eligible to participate under Michigan law in drug treatment court. I am recommending her for participation. And again, she did indicate to me that she is employed. She does have a private insurance. I told her that she would have to talk to Mr. Griffin about that. Very nice lady, Judge. She wants to participate. I recommend her for participation in drug treatment court. I hope you heard everything. Thank you, Judge.
I did. Thank you. All right. Give me just 1 second. Ms. Drew, I just saw your message, and
Okay.
I am sending you the document that has that information in the right corner. I believe.
Okay.
If not, give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'll send you the other one that I sent. Hold on.
Okay,
But I want you to look at the document that I just sent you, okay? Because it
yes,
clearly
ma'am.
says that that license is suspended.
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, Miss Griffin Orlando, good morning to you again. Do you wish to participate in our program?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, tell me why.
Well, I want to better myself. I want to be there for my grandbabies. I want to be there for my children. I want to be a better person.
All right, and so how difficult, well, let me ask you this. Do you acknowledge that you have an issue with alcohol?
Oh, yes.
All right, and what has that been like for you?
Drinking, it's been a daily thing.
I know, but how has it impacted your life? I mean, other than you're now in a court of law.
Well, it's taught me that it's not acceptable and that it's gotten me to where I'm at right now. And this is not where I want to be. I want to be a presentable person to my children and my grandbabies.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you ever tried to stop drinking on your own?
Yes.
Okay, and of course, without success.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So you acknowledge that you need the help, you need the assistance.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. You are already on a great path, acknowledging that there is a problem and also acknowledging that, look, I've tried to do this on my own and I need the help. And so that's really a great first step. So I'm extremely proud of you for taking that first step on what I hope will be a great journey for you, and that you'll stay on this path because recovery is a lifetime commitment. It's not just we do it for probation, we do it for so many months. It's a lifetime commitment. Every single day, you will have to take steps to remain in recovery. And so I'm very glad that you took the first step on today with us, to let us know that you really want the help. And so we want to help you. We definitely want to help you. Who do you have supporting you at home?
I have my daughters.
Okay, you have 3 daughters?
I have actually 2 daughters and one
Okay,
son.
all right. And so your daughters are supportive of you?
Yes.
Very good, very good. Make sure you tell them that that means a lot, to the court. We need someone that's in your corner, pushing you, encouraging you. Sometimes maybe, getting in your face, saying, "Come on, you got to do this." And so that helps because we'll certainly be on your team and we'll be encouraging you and pushing you and getting in your face if we need to. But it's always good to just have that circle of support. So that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. All right. You're a director of a learning center. Is that with little children?
That's with infants through school age.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. So yet some other people looking up to you, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Yes. Yes. And tell me about those grandbabies. I want to hear about it.
Well, I have 4 grandbabies, ages 5, 4, and the 2 younger ones are 2 and 18 months.
Wow. So you're well on your way.
Hmm.
Wonderful. And so I see they make your heart smile because it showed up
Yes.
on your face. Yes. So again, want to set some good examples for them, right?
Yes.
Because they're watching, right?
Hmm.
And here's the great thing about being a grandparent. We are golden. That they are gonna pick their parents apart. Those parents, they're gonna find all kind of issues with them. But us, the sun rises and falls on us, and that's a great thing. So we want to make sure that when that sun rises, that they're seeing some good things, right? That they're seeing
Yes.
us exercise some good judgment and make some good decisions. So that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. All right. Anything you're struggling with now that may have caused you to begin drinking or drink to the point where, you've lost the ability to make good decisions? Anything in particular that you can share or that you're comfortable with sharing?
No, I had lost my husband about 8 years ago.
Okay.
So that probably started the whole really heavy drinking. But I'd always been drinking, and but just the whole COVID thing is depressing as well.
Yes. Yes.
So that has a lot to do with it. And then moving over here from Kalamazoo, starting a new job.
So you moved from Kalamazoo to, tell me where you moved to, Canton?
Yes,
Okay, do you have family there?
I live with my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So
And then,
yes,
okay, all right. And so you're making some yet another adjustment, right? All
yes,
right. Did you do any grief counseling when you lost your husband?
yes, I did.
You did. Did you find that to be helpful?
Yes,
Okay, very good. And so, Mr. Griffin and Miss Griffin Orlando, I'd like for you to do some grief counseling while you're with us. Incorporate it into the outpatient treatment that you're going to have. I'm not assigning her something extra. I'm saying incorporate it. Make
okay,
sure that when you do your assessment for treatment with your private insurance company, that you mention the fact that you lost your husband, and that may have been the start of how you started drinking, and then it just kind of
hmm
snowballed into something else. Because sometimes, grief counseling, I think grief counseling is a great thing, right? And sometimes just doing it once, or doing it at the onset of that traumatic event, it can be helpful to get us through the trauma of it, right? But then as life starts to settle down and maybe, readjust and look different, sometimes we need to go back again and just, kind of get a tune up, right? Because
yes,
now we have a new life and we still have the loss of that individual, right? And
yes,
so I
hmm
want to encourage you to incorporate that into your outpatient treatment. Okay.
okay,
All right, very good. Are you good with that?
yes, I am.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. All right, you've had the opportunity to speak with your attorney, is that correct?
Yes,
All right, and he went over the contract with you, is that
yes, Your
correct?
Honor. hmm
Wonderful. Did he also talk to you about the benefits as well as the consequences of complying with the court's orders and failure to comply with the orders?
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
Did your attorney also explain to you the court's ability to amend that order at any time?
Yes,
All right, wonderful. And it won't be done haphazardly. It will just be based on things that I see, or your counselor may recommend something. They don't tell us what you all talk about in therapy, but they may recommend something. And so, but you'll be notified of any changes that and why the court's recommending it, okay?
okay, thank
All
you.
right, very good. Do I have your commitment to work?
Yes,
Wonderful. Miss Griffin Orlando, do you have any questions for me today or for anybody on the team?
not at this time.
All right, very, very good. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm looking forward to working with you. I know we're in some unusual times, but we have an extraordinary team, and they find a way to make it work. Okay, so just know
hmm
that we're here for you, even though we're not physically, all of us are not physically at the courtroom. We are still available to you. Okay.
Yes,
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, I need to know, what's your plan? Are you doing the same date for Miss Griffin Orlando?
Yes, Your Honor, the, January 7th, 2021 at 9 a.m.
All right, very good. And you'll be seeing her prior to that time, is that correct?
Yeah, I already, took, the time to, locate a taxing facility in Canton, so I'm gonna get her signed up for that, today. I have a taxing facility, Adams, so I'm gonna send the paperwork to get that started, right away, and I'll be in contact with her to explain what is expected from, the treatment providers, so, yes.
All right, wonderful. All right, if no other questions, Ms. Griffin Orlando, thank you for your patience this morning. I want you to enjoy the rest of your day, and just know that we're here for you, and that help starts immediately. So if you need us, don't hesitate to call on us, okay?
okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
hmm
All right. And so I